Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent. I haven't mentioned Polkadot in a while, and I've wanted to touch base on it, obviously, because as part of one of the very first things that I ever bought was Polkadot. I wanted to come back, and after a while that we haven't had it on the channel, just to make sure you guys know that I am super bullish on Polkadot. Always have been. It is a long-term hold of mine. It has, been an amazing journey from when I initially got it. I initially got it when it was like $4.50, and recently, to the highs of April, and then to the obviously to the lows that we're at, and now we're back. Like it's starting to move again. But never lost faith in Polkadot, and huge believer in their ecosystem. And I want to come out and just make sure that you guys are aware of that. And because sometimes when you don't talk about something for a while, you might think, oh, it's not in his portfolio anymore, but I am super bullish on the opportunities within the Polkadot system, the Polkadot ecosystem, and also where can Polkadot go from here, because I do believe that 10x is not out of the question when it comes to the Polkadot system. It's not going to be overnight, it's not going to be in a couple of months, but you can 10x from here with Polkadot, and I'll go through why. So Polkadot's development is on track to deliver the most robust platform for security, scalability, and innovation. It is truly an incredible ecosystem. Spend your weekend looking into it. You'll thank me for it. The economics from a scalability, the ease of the blockchain innovation, the forkless and future-proof, the security, and then the user-driven network governance makes it something amazing to build on. Now, powering the Polkadot network is the governance, the staking, and the bonding. And it's important to understand how that works and what that does. And it is an open source protocol built for everyone. So there's no project out there that you couldn't potentially build on the Polkadot system. Now, lots and lots of really, really good articles on their website, so Polkadot.network, from the talk about Kasana to the research to the NPOS, and there is just so much to discuss and unpack. Now, from a Twitter handle, make sure that you follow the Twitter account with over 500,000 people that follow it, and of course, all the other social channels as well, because it is really, really cool to see. But on the main website, you go through technology, community, about, build, and contact. You got the light paper. With the light paper, it's 17 pages. And with the full white paper, it is 21 pages for you to check out. Do you have to check it out? Yes, you do have to check it out. That's just part of me telling you how it is. You gotta understand this system. The light paper is probably a good place to start because it is easier to read. There's more, it's just more user-friendly to get your head around, but then eventually you do have to move to the white paper and understand how this is all going to work and why it's going to work. That's probably the biggest thing, right? Why is it going to work, and how is it different to other blockchains out there, and why, could it potentially reach $200 per Polkadot token? So really, really important to get that out of the way. Now, when we talk about Polkadot and why do we get excited about Polkadot? Well, look at this ecosystem. Like, this is it's not even the most relevant. I'm sure that there's more now to it, but this ecosystem is huge. This is huge. It's a huge ecosystem. And that's what makes me really, really excited about the future of it. It is here to stay, and it is going to build huge momentum. Now, in news on Bitcoin.com, Bitcoin price has regained strength above 41. Crypto market cap jumped 6% in 24 hours. The entire market has jumped, and Polkadot was one of those as well that had a very, very good run, and it's continuing to have a good run, and could be potentially poking on the $20 market. Now, snippet from the Polkadot DEX reporting highlighting the size of the narrative. Have you read the full report yet? So there is a report that has come out, which is worthwhile you checking out, going over what has been happening and how it's going to, what the future looks like. And I highly encourage you to find it and search it and get an understanding of it. On Medium, Econode, the Polkadot Club Internet in technical overview of Polkadot. I think this is a great event that took place, and it was really, really cool for people to understand the Polkadot and about Polkadot and the Encode Club and the overall system that Polkadot is. Now, there are 40 slides that went through this, which go over you know, what it is, how it works, and you know, and all of that. So it was a really cool cool event. You know, they spoke a lot about Polkadot, the parachains. You know, Polkadot uses a sharded model where shards called parachains allow transactions to be processed in parallel. The relay chain, so much, right? So much that went on here. We would be here for hours to talk about it all. Now, the first decentralized exchange launches on Polkadot and Kasana ecosystem. So the Karana swap open for trading with 3.4 million in total value locked. Very exciting. So Kasana, a canary network for the Polkadot experiments. So this launched. Very cool to see, and just the beginning of what this ecosystem can do. Now, I like this. You know, the market has underestimated the value of Polkadot. Polkadot is not just a cross-chain protocol, but a heater, I don't even know how to say that, sharded blockchain, basic protocol compatible with Bitcoin and Ethereum. It is the best choice for the Web 3.0 underlying protocol. So I like how this has been put. I think it's very true from that front. You know, it is really a beast waiting to be unleashed. Let's have a look at some of the indicators today for it. So as we start to look into the Polkadot system at the moment, and you know, on the daily, DOT versus USDT, we're 15.69% up. One of the ones that is the most up over the last 24 hours, or there are some which are really moving at the moment, like Sia Coin, which I will be mentioning tomorrow on the channel. The RSI is sitting almost into the overbought, and all the signals are screaming for it right now. Of course, when there's a jump this high, you know, it goes outside of the Bollinger Band, but it's quickly coming back inside the Bollinger Band on the hourly. When we look at the 4 hour, it is, you know, it's skyrocketed in volume. Hence the reason for this latest push. And I think this latest push could potentially move it all the way towards 20,000. Sorry, $20, not 20,000. Could move it towards the $20 mark. It is in an overbought stage on the RSIs, but you know, when a huge pump happens, it's not, you know, the indicators go a little bit out of whack. But I think from here it can still rally and still continue to push forward. But we're seeing some major gains across the board out there in the marketplace at the moment. We've got coins which are in the top 50 and below. Some of them are even 40% up at the moment today. So, you know, we've got Sia Coin with 35.98% up for the day. Been a big day for those, but it goes to show that the reason why these coins are traveling well is because of the real world problems that they solve. And that's why I get excited about Polkadot, because it has the potential to really be a major player out there in the marketplace. It was one of the key reasons why it was the second coin that I ever bought. So our first coin I ever bought was XRP, and then I looked, okay, where do I go from here? And I researched a whole bunch of them, and I found Polkadot made sense to me because I just knew that long term in the future, with this kind of ecosystem that they're building, it was going to be a big player, and it will be a big player. Just how big? Let's have a look at some of the drawings. When we talk about how big Polkadot can get, don't be surprised if you go into next year with $175 to $200 Polkadot. Like, that's how big we're going from here. Like, we've made this particular pattern. Of course, it's not going to be a straight arrow. It's not going to be, you know, like, it's not going to be straightforward the way that we get to 200. But it has all the potential in the world in 2022, late 2022, to be in the $200 range. And this thing is set to take off at any minute. The kind of move that we can make from here is probably jump all the way to 68, then retrace, and then move towards 100. That's probably where we can go over the next couple of months, which is already amazing compared to where we are already. But moving forward, 120, and then push forward towards the, you know, $175 to $200 range later next year. It is absolutely not out of the question. Why? Because of the ecosystem, because of what they got coming out, because of the way that organizations are utilizing this blockchain to build their next applications. And so very exciting times ahead. I know I haven't mentioned it in a while, but I do want to know your feedback on where you sit with Polkadot. Is it part of your wallet? Is it not part of your wallet? Do you plan to have it as part of your wallet? And overall, just your experience with it all, and the actual system, the ecosystem itself. I'm very interested to know from you, where does it sit with you as far as, you know, like top blockchain ecosystems out there? You know, like, do you see it as a competitor to Ethereum? Do you see it as another like Solana, or what platforms do you see it being just as good as, if not better? And as always, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.